Alright, next play. We have Dagger. This might be my favorite play, not gonna lie. Yeah, as a receiver, if a coach told me, like, hey, you call the play, call your own number, what route, we need this first down, what are we doing? I'm calling Dagger, I'm running the dig, and I'm already open, right? This is another play where, man or zone, we just like this. I'm sure most of you have run Dagger throughout your life, either on the field or understand it from Madden or something like that. But it's just a real good way to clear out space for the dig with the seam there. And then if they don't run with the seam, we just rip the seam. So I'll get right to it here. We have the Dagger is this. This is our play side. I guess I'll do the progressions first. Progressions would be this. 1, we're checking the seam. Man, where do I put this so they're not in the same fucking spot? I guess 1 would be the seam. 2 would be this dig. Yeah, 2 would be this dig. Right? 3 would be our drag. 4 would be backside here. So we got Dagger concept play side. We got basically what turns into smash concept backside. Which, you know what, I forgot to do that on the last play, I think. Well, cross is actually a middle field read, but we do have what's basically Y sail from the backside on that last play. I didn't write that down or anything. And it's not from the Y, it's from the Z, but it's the concept of Y sail, where you bring a deep cross from the other end of the field to come underneath on a spot where you've already cleared out with a go route. So we have that concept backside on the last play. I didn't write that. But Dagger, play side. Play side is a Dagger. And backside, we have smash here. What turns into smash, right? By the time we get this flat here with the corner out there. So in zone, right, what we're looking to do, in zone, we're reading this nickel, right? So we're reading this nickel. We actually kind of have him in really a 3 on. Well, honestly, there's actually 4 things threatening this nickel, potentially, right? Does he carry this seam? Does he find himself in position just sitting here to affect the dig? Is he shallow enough to be here to affect the backside drag? And is he shallow enough to be in play for this? So when we run that, that's why I love this play. This defender cannot be right. Like, honestly, like, grab an NFL fucking nickel and put him here. You still can make him wrong. Like, period. There's just too much threatening his area in a zone situation for him to cover everything and be right and not be out of place, right? There's no world where we run Dagger and we don't make this guy pay for whatever direction he takes a step in. And if he takes no steps, he's cooked on the seam, right? So that's the first thing. So QB's read. This is an easy fucking read. It's literally as simple as, so as you'll notice, we have outside release here, which you would think, why wouldn't the seam want to just get inside leverage and be open soon? Because we're not only looking to get open on the seam, we're trying to stay, honest with our spacing and stay true to the play. What we're trying to do with the play is get this guy, even if it is zone, to run with this. And we'd love it if he turns his back for some reason. If he turns his back, it's man. But that's really the read. When you look at this guy, if he turned his back and ran with him, forget the seam. Our eyes are moving to the dig, right? Because he's about to run and be out of our fucking way for the dig to come underneath. If you look at this nickel and he's flat-footed looking at you, reading you, we're throwing the seam. And whoever's here at the Y, whoever the fuck this is running, don't you dare find yourself letting this defender be backpedaling and keep stride with you. If this guy is not turning his hips and running with this and sinking with this with some urgency, there's no world where we're not running past this and the seam is open, okay? So that's our first look. Well, how is this guy doing it? Like how is he playing it? Is he sinking? Is he driving to the double? Is he staying in one spot? We're reading this guy, right? So from there, if this guy sinks with it or he bails to here, whatever, we're looking to see if our 2 comes open on the dig here. For the 2 to not be open. So I mean, really, I could literally like here, 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 here. This guy kind of fucking belongs, right? He's all kinds of stressed out. We got the mic and the safety, obviously, be the next 2 that could affect this dig, right? There is a world where the mic could slide over, especially with, you know, what we're doing here with the double, which again is not set in stone. This guy could very well start to play out here, you know, TBD on all of that. Which is why all these plays are gonna probably look the same back here, where I just have the thing doing a swing, but we're gonna talk it over and come up with an answer for each play, like I said, on where we want him. So again, next 2 that could affect it, here and here. Well, safety has to honor the seam. Like, even if this guy runs with it, that's not enough. The safety has to respect that seam, right? So we have the safety. First of all, we're talking zone, so I mean that doesn't even matter. It's his job to be here, right? It's his job to be here, regardless if this guy's carrying whatever. In a zone situation, that's his job. His job to be here. We have a drag coming across his face. We got a dig coming towards him. Now, both of those, in theory, would drive him, you know, towards them. You know, if he just goes this way, he can affect this and be in play for that. So in theory, we don't like that. But again, we're looking to rip this. We're looking to rip this dig route over here. Nowhere near where this mic would affect it, honestly. You know, we see this guy. He's running. That ball's getting thrown right here, right out of the break. Put it right on the receiver, right here. So he doesn't. He's gonna be hard pressed to actually affect this, right? But even so, we have the safety having to honor this with a dig coming up underneath him. The mic has, you know, a drag and technically this to affect, but he's not going to. And then over here we got smash concept. So what we could, you know, this guy 9 times out of 10, probably 95 out of 100, he does his job. He sees a drag go away from him. His eyes then move to this receiver to see if he's gonna step out, come out here and do this, and he gets to this. This backside is really our man beater. The backside is for to have the man beater option attached to it. We're not really ever looking to get to our 4 against zone. You know, zone we're reading it, we're ripping it here 1, 2, 3. Because like I said, we've got so much happening over here. We're going to be reading this. The ball should come out here in zone. However, against man, right? I told you. We still do like our dagger concept against man because, as I said, outside release, we get this guy to turn, right? He has to turn his back to the quarterback. He's not reading the fact that we're really planting to throw it right where we're looking to replace him with the ball, basically. It's a wise job to get this guy to turn his back and run. You know, not too hard. You know, in-breaking routes are the easiest, you know, thing to get leverage on, right? I mean, you're breaking to the inside, clear path, QB to you. You got leverage on the guy, right? So, man situation, we love this. Off man, we super love it. But you know, even press man, if you can get leverage quick, do your best to try to stack the guy. But even if you don't stack the guy and he's still even with you, just break away, get separation. You know, and you know the ball can get to you anywhere from here. Because in zone, mind you, you're anticipating it getting right here. For man, you can break away from that guy, get the ball, you know, anywhere over here. You may keep it running, and he waits, you know, QB is waiting for you to clear this window of this guy that's now chasing this, and he get it to you over here. So just stay alive on this on man, right? Same with the drag. But yeah, we've got the backside drag from the H. Reason we got the H off and split wide, same as what we were talking about on bow, where we could play around with motioning this guy in and then release him there if we find that, hey, they're making us get the ball out of our hands quicker. We want our check down to be in that space we need him to be quicker than he's been getting there when we just run it standard, what have you, you know? So if they're playing back and they're not, you know, pressuring us to get the ball any quicker than just their natural rush is, we may like the fact that this guy gets here delayed, gives us time to read our 1 for a minute, get to our 2, and then the 3's there, not too soon to get it to him, but have the agency to toy with that. What we have here again with this scenario where we can set a pick in either direction, right? More often than not. So like press man, say he's here, again, off the line, free release. We get inside leverage quickly, we're down the line. Before this guy knows it, here comes the center, setting a pick. He's got to bump around it. We get our guy free, just like what we just were talking about on shallow cross, right? And another thing I didn't mention it on shallow cross, and I didn't mention it on bow because it exists in bow, right? So if you can already picture off the top of your head, let's say for bow we rip it out to that out route, and he has the what I'm talking about is I didn't address having built-in pitch options. Built-in pitch options is another thing that I made sure, which kind of came naturally with some of our spacing, but just you know, when the ball goes to the 2 or the 3 option, it's not like, oh, we hit our check down and we settle there. We're either going to have some space, and we're also always going to have some built-in pitch options. So on bow, if we were to rip it out to the H on that out, he immediately has the double to pitch it to if he wants to. Same on cross, if we hit the H on the drag coming across, he has the double moving same direction with him underneath as a pitch option to move up the field with. And in the same fashion as this, right? So let's just imagine, you know, we're back, we're reading it, we dump it to the, it's man, or so let's just say it's man or whatever, and we dump it to the H right here. This is cleared out, this guy's stuck all the way in here from the dig, so now, I mean, there's nothing out here, and we're rolling, and our double can carry with us as a pitch option, whether it be something where he catches it here, there's a defender in his face, has an immediate, you know, pitch threat right there, depending on the distance. Like, we can't do it from too fucking far away. But if it happens really quick, QB drops back before the double can really even get out to here. He done already dropped it to the H. The double can be mindful of, okay, I'm the immediate pitch help. Just run with him. So we'll look to have that built into a lot of our plays too. Pitch options. Man, did I even do man? God, I can't remember what I've done. I'm going to assume we talked man, right? Didn't we? We did, because I talked about him turning his... Yeah, we did. Second. Excuse me. Secondary play. Kind of talked about that. Well, no, we didn't. We were talking about pitches. Secondary play, right? Boom. We get it to the double. Same thing. We're going to talk about what we always have. We're going to have shallow sideline, this carrying throughout. Our deep sideline is actually going to become the seam. So again, seam, you're running it, you turn around, you turn your head, look back to the quarterback, you realize, oh, he's giving it up to the double. You've now gone from an in-bending seam to corner this. That's you. And then for our middle here, we've got our dig. We got our dig here to be our deeper of the 2 options. You'll just sit it down right here. And truth be told, QB, you need to become the shallow option here, okay? So there's another wrinkle. We may put some kind of tag on the play, some kind of color logo at the top of it. You know, when we're looking at our wristband and we're calling Dallas, we'll have all kinds of different things that mean different, you know, information-wise. And one of those things that we might just put a little, you know, whatever it is, maybe a blue star or an orange square or whatever the fuck you decide is going to help you remember, hey, you know, when I give this up, I got to make sure I'm a shallow option. Which our QBs, I mean, y'all are good about that, honestly. When y'all give the ball up, y'all don't just, I mean, y'all look alive. Y'all threaten the open space to be able to get the ball back and stuff like that. Y'all kind of already do the shit on your own, honestly. I'm just pointing out that the option to do it is always there. It's built into every play. So again, boom. There's our 4 options for secondary play. What else do we got? We got fire drill. This is going to be redundant. But I mean, I don't care. That's the whole point. By the time we get through this, you can say, hey, I kind of already get what it's gonna be. So yeah, fire drill this way. We got one, and we actually have a deep one here this time. So again, you're mostly looking just to get it to the easy open shallow target, but just so happens we have smash backside. You might be able to shit go wrong and still go right and hit a fucking deep play. You never know, right? But our eyes, again, when we move, and y'all know this, eyes are immediately gonna move to this guy, first one to threaten you. Really a 2-on-1, because this he has help with. It's really only a 2-on-1 here on whether he's gonna honor you or honor that drag. If he tends to run with that, which is kind of his job. If he's smart, he runs with the drag, forces you inside, waits for the inside help. But just, you know what you're doing. Use the guy to create a lane or manipulate him and dump it off to the dude, right? Fire drill. Press and blitz. Anytime we got this shit going on where we can set a pick in any of two directions, we'll probably look to utilize that against press. Also, this smash concept, specifically with the guy being off the line of scrimmage, really good way to beat press here. We would almost invite press against this look, honestly, right? He's down in his face. We get outside leverage. We run, and how does that guy beat us to the outside there, right? QB put the ball in the right spot, and so please press us on this. What else? Blitz. So blitz, you got to remember, and when I say blitz, I'm not changing it up. But when we say blitz, we're talking about this Mike's not really here. They're presenting two, right? So imagine him not here, and him not here, and we're dealing with something like this. Well, that kind of changes things, right? That kind of means anything attacking the middle is like insta open and stuff like that, and we can make slight adjustments off of that. All of a sudden, maybe this seam, we tell him, hey, just bend that in for a slant. You know what I'm saying? Or not like a true slant, but rather than, in outside release, get this guy to turn this way. Fuck that. Let's just get open quicker. So maybe we change that inside release. You get across quickly, given the fact that the Mike has abandoned it, right? So we'll see. And that's why these plays are going to need ran. And for us to see, just to get all the answers in line, right? That's all that is. So we did zone man, we did all that. We did blitz, we've done it all. All right, end of this video. Dallas, dagger to the play side, smash to the backside.